So I've started playing another game. A friend of mine has been nagging me to start this game. So I figured I'd give it a try. I was kind of in between games anyhow. And this is War and Order. And I found it kind of interesting so far. So I'm just kind of looking around in this game. And I've actually done pretty well. This kingdom started a day ago. I'm already at 80,000. For those of you that play other games that normally within a day you could be at about 300,000, this game does not operate the same. So it operates much slower. There's a few things that I've noticed. It plays somewhat like Game of War, but then also kind of somewhat like Clash of Kings. So if you've played either one of those games, this game is going to be somewhat easy for you to transition into. There's a few things that I find to be very interesting that I really like about this game. But I'm going to show you a few things really quick. You'll notice that I've been able to put some gear on. It's kind of crappy gear, but I'm just getting used to the game. And so, for the most part, we created an alliance yesterday, and we are at 11th. Now, you'll notice the top alliance has over 2 million power already. We're kind of small. We're at about 700,000. So we're slowly growing. Here's the Lord power rating. I'm at 21st in the kingdom, so that kind of gives you an idea as to how fast people are growing. Number 1 has 200,000 power. So that kind of gives you a quick breakdown. Now my alliance, we're 8th on kills, which is kind of cool. But I want to just show you a few things to kind of make this game a little bit more realistic for you. First of all, you end up building barracks, and you'll see I have 3 barracks. At level 13, or castle 13, I'll get another barracks, and I'll put it over here just so I have it all in order. But for the most part, your barracks allow you to build any kind of troop you want. So for the most part, you get to choose infantry, cavalry, archer, or mages. And each one is different. The infantry obviously is going to have the highest defense, and the mage is going to have the lowest. And so the further you get to the right, the more attack they are, and the further you get to the left, the more defense you have. So that kind of gives you a quick breakdown of those. Now, also, you'll see that something kind of neat here. If I shake my screen, not that you could see me shaking it, it automatically harvests all my stuff. Which to me, when we're looking at the amount of time that goes into a game, clicking or swiping or whatever, that makes it a whole lot easier, and it's kind of cool. So I can either help my alliance by going here, or I can go right over here where you saw me click before. And this will allow me to help my people. Now also, there's the research piece. You've got 5 different components. We haven't entered into the Guardian Force yet. You have to unlock that. So there is that. And so you want to make sure that you round out all of your skills. Right over here, you'll see I've got 54 minutes left before I hatch my panda egg, which I'm pretty excited about. So there's several different animals that you could pick. I picked the one that kind of goes this way. It has a pretty high attack and defense, but it focuses more on defense. I'm typically more of a defensive player. I like to lure people in and then let them attack me, and I find that the return on that is far greater than attacking, although I'm not afraid to attack. So there is that. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think of what else you might need to know. So over here, this is actually one of my favorite things. It was one of my favorite parts of Clash of Kings as well. You get to pick the items that you want to build for your gear. So you don't have to keep buying packs or just hitting monsters and all that garbage. You actually get to build what you need. And so every time you build something, you actually collect a certain amount. So let's see. I don't remember if it's right in here. No. So once you've built a certain amount, you'll see I'm actually forging something right now. And as you build those things, let's see, forge. you'll get to, whether it's white, green, blue, purple, or orange. Orange obviously is going to be the best, but you need 5 of a certain type of item to actually build it up the next color. So if you build 5 hearts, then you can build the next level heart. And then you need 5 of those to build the next level of that. And so that's how this is played. You don't have to keep clicking on everything like in some of the other games I've played. Also, a really, really neat component to this, you have your main hospital right here, which, if you've ever played with me or if you've listened to any video I've ever done, hospital, hospital, hospital. I'm a huge fan of hospitals. So if you don't build hospitals, as far as I'm concerned, you deserve to die. So with this being said, you'll see it says in the middle here, scheduled. I've already scheduled out all of my upgrades for the next several upgrades. I'm trying to think if I could find it. Let's see, I don't know how to yet find where it says what I've scheduled. Let's see, here it is. Ta-da! Alright, so what you've noticed here is I've actually been able to schedule out things to build. So I don't have to sit on this game 24/7. And this is really fantastic, especially when you're talking about, oh my gosh, the wall is going to take 8.5 hours, and now I'm going to add on something else, blah, blah, blah. It's another 8.5 hours. I can actually schedule those things out, and it'll start soon as that next item ends. So that's a huge benefit as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to go through this as I continue to play and kind of show you what I learn. But I'll tell you this much. Once you go to Castle 8, I believe it is, that's when your shield pops off. So you want to be very careful about that. Fortunately, I'm in a brand new kingdom. I'm already connected with all the kingdom leaders online. We're not really struggling over somebody's attacking somebody and people are being picked on, blah, blah, blah. Now, I will take you to the world. The world is a little bit different. You can post, and then you pretty much have to wait. And so you'll see my topics over here, and people can choose to respond to those, or they can choose not to. It's not a typical world chat or kingdom chat where everybody's just nonstop derogatory comment after derogatory comment. I really see this as a benefit to somebody like me because I can get caught up in kingdom chat super easy, and if you've ever watched me play, you probably are just kind of shaking your head at this point going, yeah. So that's a really nice safety. And let's see, what else is in here that I really wanted to show you? I end up chasing the dot still. Let's see. I'm going to show you more as it develops, but for the most part, that's a pretty good, quick overview of what's going on. Let's see. Oh, yes, I want to show you what the map looks like. So this is the Royal City. Every day you get to click on one of these horses along the front and send them flowers. So for instance, this person is the smallest, but I can only send them flowers once a day. And this is kind of a voting system. I haven't quite figured out what the benefit is for them really at this point, but it is what it is, so it's something fun. Here's my little hive, and as we get bigger, we'll be able to actually set certain things. So let me see if I can show you any of that. We just switched positions, so I'm not quite at the level I need to be to show you some of this stuff. But let's see. Our flag is pretty cool. This was an additional upload. Cost 200 or 2,000 of the gems, but pretty fun. Relationships, this is a huge thing. This, if you've played Game of War, you're able to make official alliances, allies, so no longer do you have to worry about them accidentally hitting you. All that garbage is out the window because it doesn't allow you to do it. And you'll notice we've already created a farm alliance, and we're trying to push people over there. We just did that this morning. We've got some friendlies. So And then we'll end up putting our enemies in here, and that'll pretty much tell us who we want to attack and all that wonderful stuff. So, let me see. Obviously, you're going to donate to this. Now, if I hadn't just switched my position, I'd be able to show you, but we're going to create different buildings. You'll see this right here. We can't actually touch this yet because it's not in our alliance territory. So when we create an alliance territory, it's going to allow us to bring that into our alliance as one of our farms. So that'll be kind of neat. But I hope you find this somewhat helpful. If you're considering this game, it's actually, I would recommend it. I have yet to encounter a glitch. I'm sure there's one out there. But the really neat thing about it is, let me kind of show you why I probably haven't encountered a glitch. Oh, by the way, you can search for stuff. Let me go to world. This is why. We are the 587th kingdom out there, or realm, but they've been around for a long time. Long time. So they've already beaten out some of those glitches, and I can tell you that this is one of those games that the Chinese dominate, as you can see here. So far, I haven't seen a whole lot of Chinese in ours, and I'm fine for that. I'm okay with it. So that works for me. But, you know, just know that, you know, you're going to be playing with people from around the world. There's an auto-translator that keeps you from kind of having a whole lot of mistakes. I will say that the Arabic language is not translated very well. But the other ones seem to be okay, although we did have somebody that was speaking Spanish and it didn't translate. Luckily, it was kind of obvious what they were saying, so not sure what was up with that. But just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview. Not that 12 minutes is quick, but I hope you find this helpful. If you like my station or my channel, please feel free to subscribe and let me know what you'd like to have videos done on, and I'll do my best to accommodate that. Happy gaming and have a great day.